Hey guys, I just wanted to say that you matter, and what you're doing, as long as you believe in it, it's important, and you need to continue on. And it's really important that you are not allowing your mind to be handed over to the powers that be in marketing, of gear. You know, for the longest time, I felt like I was not a good producer, and I wasn't, but I felt like because I can't afford what so many music snobs and elitists would say are good good studio monitors, that I just didn't have the gear and I wasn't equipped with the ability to produce and mix well. And what I mean by that is I had a set of Yamaha HS80s that I still have to this day that are the main speakers that I use. And essentially, because I didn't have speakers outside of that price range, so I think they were around $300 or $400 a piece, which even that at that time like broke the bank for me. Because I didn't have, I can't remember who the big guys were, and probably still are, like the egg-shaped, real smooth gray speakers, or like the Adams, you know, are kind of, I think, known to be kind of higher end and stuff. I eventually got a set of Focal Alpha 80s, or Alpha 8s, and I really don't even use them that much, to be honest, at all. I pretty much keep them just in case my Yamahas ever crap out on me, or, you know, if one ever falls off the speaker stand or something. We get kind of crazy in the studio. I at least have another set of 8-inch monitors to use, but I'm not familiar with their sound anymore, and I just use my Yamahas. So, you know, don't let marketing tell you that you're not good enough or that you're not valuable. You know, there's multiple ways, especially with mixing and looking at stuff. You can visually see things that you can't hear, and I'll probably end up doing a course on that just to really dive into that. But what you're doing matters, and as long as you like it and you have a passion to push it, and by push it I mean not only just do, you know, conventional things like ask family and friends and fellow producers to check your stuff out, but actually believe in yourself enough to take free courses like I offer, and study things like music marketing, which I also offer on this channel. You have to have a thirst for education and a thirst to do what others won't do with what you have right now. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made was in 2009 or 2010. I had a Mac Pro Tower. I was going to Berkeley. I was learning Pro Tools. And I had a great DJ setup. I was living in Miami. And why, oh why, I didn't just bite the bullet and get whatever it would have been, a $30, or even if it would have been $100, although I don't think it would have been, you know, less than $100 webcam to start doing tutorials then. And even though I wasn't very confident as a producer, by 2010 I had already been DJing for like, I don't know, whatever, 5 years, maybe a little shy of that. So all I had to do was get a webcam and make tutorials on YouTube back then. I mean, can you imagine? YouTube 10 years ago is a very different place. And if I could have been making master classes and master tutorials on how to DJ, but I didn't, because I didn't feel that I had the knowledge or the confidence or the gear setup. I didn't feel that my background was cool enough. And it was like, man, that's the biggest mistake that I made by far. Like, if I could go back to a younger Mikey and tell him, dude, I mean, your background sort of matters, but more so what it is bring value to people. I'm walking in the woods right now, avoiding the COVID-19 virus, hanging out in the backwoods of Florida. And I do this every day for therapy, just for myself. I walk to stretch my legs after a long day in the studio, and I do this to give you guys content, because I do want to bring value to you. I mean, of course I want subscribers, but I'm going to get them because of what I'm offering you. And it's not in a way that you're going to get other places. It's a lot more real, humorous, and rough. But that's how you know I've been through it. There's a lot of people who make tutorials from their bedroom, and you're just not sure if they're hanging out in Sweden and their mom's across the hallway folding their underwear, or if they're real. And that's why I openly launch my courses and my tracks and my music all at once. Nothing is hidden, because I want you guys to see the journey, and I want you to grow with me. And a lot of times my music is not perfect. It's not perfectly mixed or mastered, and you will find flaws in it. But I do that on purpose, because I'm just not going to overthink it. I've wasted way too much time worrying about what some purist on the internet is going to think, and that purist doesn't even release music. Like, maybe they can mix an 8-bar loop better than I can, but at the end of the day, the fans don't care. They just want a vibe. They just want something good to groove to. And those are the people who really excel. So don't worry about if you forgot, like I often do, to EQ your mid-side. And instead you just treated your tracks in more of a commercial way by only doing like stereo EQ. Like, if you want to get technical, a lot of EQs, you can do like a mid-side EQ. So you can EQ an instrument on the side, the left and right, as well as the mid. And I don't really bother with that all the time. I forget to. Could it be cleaner? Could my mixes be cleaner at times? Yeah, but it's not about that. You know what I mean? It really isn't about proving something to a bunch of online purists that aren't going to support me anyways. It's about getting a vibe out there. So, and it's no disrespect to the audio community. It's just obsessing wasted my time and wasted years of time. Get yourself a webcam today and get out there and start demanding respect from your local community by doing something of value that people like. And it doesn't have to be top 40. It doesn't have to be something that, reaches out to the common person or the common college students. It can be deep house, and just target the deep house kids, the 20 of them in your town. It can be break beats, and just target the breakbeat kids. I wouldn't stay there forever, but prove to yourself, give yourself a chance, give yourself a year to build up, and you'll see that, like, okay, now I can start to travel to other cities. I've got gigs under my belt. I feel good with this. I could do this, and I'm worth it. A little bit of DJ psychology and motivation for you today. I love you guys. I'll see you later.